Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and the new edition of our online interview series. We want to talk today to Mawson, and Ivan Fairhall, the CEO, is here with us. Hey, good morning to London. How are you?
Good morning, Jochen. I'm very well.
Super, me too. That's all good. Perfect. Let's go directly into medias res. You had some new results, and we should talk about Skelleftea drilling. So what's going on there?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a new project for Mawson. We acquired it earlier in the year, and it's a project down in Sweden, about 4.5 hours from our Rohstoff project in Finland. This is a project that sits in the shadow of the head frame, really, with 6 million ounces of gold produced within 20 kilometers of the mine, and it's a prolific mining region in Sweden. And so what we have there is gold in outcrop. We trenched during due diligence 3.8 meters at 4.5 grams a ton, and there's other channel samples and chip samples across the property, and really that's centered around 180 meter outcrop that sits atop a much larger 2-kilometer structure, and quite simply, we're going to drill the structure, drill below the outcrop in gold, and hopefully make another discovery.
That would be great. So when do you start to drill then?
So we're drilling hopefully next week. So the drill is mobilizing as we speak. Yeah, super. Yeah, and I think I think it's a great analogy, really, to draw from our Palokas discovery up in Finland. That started with outcrop, with gold in outcrop, similar sort of story. And then obviously, as investors would know, we went on to discover 1 million ounces gold equivalent in and around that outcrop, and it just sort of shows that Mawson can make discoveries and move them forward in this part of the world.
Okay, super. So that sounds very complementary then to what you have done so far.
Yeah, it is. Look, I think the location, it's proximity, just simple proximity to Rohstoff. We've got the right people to explore in those areas, and we understand that type of ground. We've been exploring up in that part of the world for 10 years, and it's not a simple place to explore. It's largely covered by till, and you have to know what you're doing, and that's the benefit of having our team there who deploy those skills with relatively small incremental cost.
Okay, as you said, already 6 million ounces were produced out of that region. So who are your neighbors there? Still any mines in production? Meaning, when you make a discovery, would that be of interest for them?
Yeah, look, I think so. One of the closest mines, or I think the closest mine to the property, is an operating mine owned by Mandalay. It's a TSX listed company.
I know that.
They operate the Björkdal mine, and that produces about 80,000 ounces a year. They released some results actually today, and they're making a nice little profit down there. And I do think that this property could be prospective. I also think it's interesting that Mandalay have a property in Victoria, and as you guys also know, we have a significant interest in Southern Cross Gold, who's exploring down in Victoria. So there's some interesting synergies open up. It's early days. We need to get the drilling done and prove there's gold there, but I definitely think it's the right part of the world to be making a discovery.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, 6 million ounces produced. I would say there's not only smoke, there's fire.
Exactly.
Definitely. Okay, let's switch shortly to Rohstoff, and you announced also, some drilling you have done there, and some scout drilling also, but there was no, let's put it that way, no real results. So would that mean that you know now exactly not where to drill, or how would you value those results?
Yeah, sure. Look, we didn't identify any repeat ore bodies with that relatively small 5,000 meters. We drilled 100,000 kilometers on the property, and to drill 100,000 meters, I should say. And to drill 5,000 meters is, we went looking for new ore bodies, but it was relatively virgin ground. None of those prospects have seen a drill hole. But we showed discipline in our exploration, and tried to allocate funds responsibly, and we want to continue to explore. There's a much larger exploration property there, 18,000 hectares, the majority of it undrilled. If you go to our press release, you can really get a sense for the scale of the property, and of course the most significant exploration upside, I think, in the shorter term results around the down dip extensions of the Palokas, of the existing resources that go to make up the 1 million ounces all of those resources remain open at depth. And you can take a look in the press release. We highlight that hole in the bottom of South Palokas, the deepest hole in the property, and it's 31 meters at 5 grams a tonne, completely open below that. So huge exploration upside in around the existing resource, and then a much larger picture that we hope to open up over time.
And when will you start with that then? Also this year?
We're continuing to do exploration work. We've got a summer program planned, additional geophysical work to help our targeting exercises, and we obviously learned quite a lot from this this drill program we've just completed, and we'll put that back into the data and come up with new prospects.
Okay, super good, and we look forward to some good news, hopefully. Great. Okay, let's talk about Southern Cross, because you have a significant share of the company. So I think it's also important that Southern Cross will be listed soon. And what's going on there? Because it's important for your valuation also, right?
Sure, yeah. The Southern Cross properties, just to remind people, they're a collection of exploration properties that Mawson acquired about 2 years ago, and put some money in, incubated those within the company. Again, using a lot of those same skill sets, make smart acquisitions, do disciplined exploration, and generate value. And what we've done down in Australia is really prove that value up. We've decided to IPO that down in Australia. We didn't think that value was being reflected in the Mawson share price, and there were investors down in Australia on the ASX that are hungry for this type of discovery, and so that's allowed us to raise money and IPO the company. And I literally just a couple of hours ago received confirmation on the ASX website that Southern Cross will begin trading on Monday. Wow. So at IPO price, our 60% stake in Southern Cross is going to be worth nearly $17 million Canadian, wow, which is almost half of Mawson's market cap. So I think that really, obviously, it's great to articulate the value in Southern Cross, but what it actually also does is demonstrate the sort of upside potential from our Nordic business, from our Rajapalot project, 1 million ounces. We're doing a PEA this year, and hope to show the kind of value in an NPV type form, actual tangible value that people can ascribe to the share price, as well as continued exploration and obviously the Skelleftea drilling, new discoveries that we can make, which we're working on in the very short term.
So there's really a lot going on, because PEA by the end of the year, that's only like 7 months, 8 months. That is fantastic. I mean, wow, that's super.
Hopefully sooner. We're getting it out as soon as we can, because we think we've got a great project there, and a profitable mining operation. Hopefully we can bear that out in the PEA. We've got excellent consultants working on it, SRK, Patterson Cook. We're doing metallurgical test work. We're doing all the right stuff to move that project forward, both being able to do a PEA and push forward with the permitting exercises, which we're obviously getting excellent support for in Finland.
Would you then develop the mine by yourself, or would you sell the whole thing, or put a partner in?
Look, I think it's going to depend on circumstances. The first step is to get some value into the company, into the share price, and we'll do that through demonstrating the value of the asset. We're going to continue to explore, and so another discovery around Rajapalot could significantly change the scale of that project, and so that may tell you to go that way. We just need to take it step by step. But the thing in front of us here is to get the PEA done and show what sort of how much value is there. And I think the Southern Cross valuation adding to sort of Mawson's portfolio in a much more tangible way is another great way to demonstrate that to shareholders.
Super, and I could imagine Southern Cross, after the listing, they also have a lot of money, so they can also do their work, right?
Exactly, they're really well funded to continue to explore the collection of properties. Most notably the Sunday Creek property. They've had some fantastic drill results down there, or it was Mawson at the time that a lot of those drill results all of those drill results were released. Significant drill intersections, 22 meters at 5.6 grams a ton gold equivalent, 12 meters at 16 grams a ton gold equivalent. So we're talking about bonanza type grade golds in and around Fosterville, which is owned by Kirkland Lake, Agnico Eagle now. and that is the highest grade gold mine in the world and the 10th largest gold mine in the world. And you know, we're making discoveries in the right type of rocks in their backyard, and you know, we see that that is the great place to be through Southern Cross.
Fantastic. So when the share price rocks really, because I expect also much higher gold prices in the second half, it could happen that you are self-financed.
Well, look, anything can happen. You know, we've got the ball rolling with the IPO, and ASX investors love the Australian gold story, and hopefully that share price will perform, and that will hopefully be reflected in Mawson's share price. So upside coming from continued success down in Australia, as well as continued success up there in the Nordics.
Yeah, absolutely. Super. Ivan, thank you very much for the update and appreciate it. And I would say things look great, despite only the fact that Mawson shares are totally undervalued.
We've just got to keep doing what we're doing to demonstrate just how much value is there.
Super. Please do that. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ivan Fairhall, the CEO of Mawson Gold, and you heard it. Things are going extremely well. The only thing is that the share price is really low, depressed by the gold markets, by the market situation overall. So probably a great chance to grab some on that cheap niveaus, which makes really sense to me, because with the Southern Cross valuation listed or IPOing on Monday in Australia, that's approximately already $17 million worth, and that's easily half of the valuation of Mawson, and it looks like the Finnish and Swedish assets are more on a summer sale price valued, and that makes really no sense because it looks fantastic. The outlook is great, the drills are turning, results will be produced, and don't forget for Rajapalot also a PEA, and that might change things dramatically then. So I suggest have a look at Mawson. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.